You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Well, ho ho ho, and a bottle of rum, folks. Several bottles of rum, actually.
It's yo ho ho. It's not ho ho ho.
Oh, is it?
You're a pirate, not Santa Claus.
Santa could be a pirate. Who said Santa? I mean, Pirate Santa? Dude, imagine. Pirate Santa?
Yeah.
Come on.
That'd be awesome. How we doing?
We're doing.
You opened up with ho ho ho.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I took an edible a couple hours ago. So.
You're always one-upping. You always gotta one-up me, huh?
I look, I'm chilled out right
isn't
now.
a pissing contest.
I didn't get home till late today, so doing laundry and going shopping and shit, grocery shopping, so I got home late. What's up?
Well, Adam,
You got stuff sitting on the table. We can see the lids.
let's start with it
Yeah.
because
Also wearing a new hoodie, by the way. I said new hoodie every week.
look at you go.
Yeah, I said new hoodie.
Dude,
I got a couple more of these.
It's like 80 degrees in here. Why do you have a hoodie on?
Because it's not that fucking hot in here.
Dude,
you're insane.
It's scorching.
It's
Show
not
off
scorching.
the guns, man.
It's not scorching right now. It's like 80 degrees.
The
Like,
ladies
it's not
want to
that
see
bad,
some
though.
skin. The ladies want to see some skin.
I got some skin right here. I got some skin
Oh
right
man,
here.
give them what they want.
Give me some hand
Adam.
lotion. I'll rub it slowly.
Come
for
on,
you.
this is a late night show. We can.
Yeah.
The world's our oyster.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we
I'd
want.
like to leave a little something to the imagination, you know? Like
Oh, look
tease
at
a little
you.
bit. Do a little teasing.
You little conservative angel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, you know about this. being my friend, I have talked about this off air, in nauseum. So forgive me, but I have not told our friends, our family, our audience,
The faithful.
who listen and watch us on the regular, and especially those who know us personally, who live near us. The people from listening all over the world might not quite get it, but it is the end of an era here at For Your Distraction.
Show's over 8 episodes before episode 300. Is that what I'm... You dropping this on me now, dude?
Oh, no. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like
quitting. I thought you're quitting.
that. I'm not quitting. Are you quitting?
Fucking quitter. No.
I'm not quitting. We're not
quitting?
going anywhere. That could be our clickbait. That could be our clickbait.
The end of the episode?
We're like, that could be the do that, make that the thing.
thumbnail.
That's the one.
Thumbnail.
That's the one. See, we're boring. We put this like our logo is just the cover of each episode.
No, what we gotta do. Well, here's the thing, because I'm not like I've been busy a little bit, but I'm trying to get back into like doing some stuff for the podcast. For example, I have the digital soundboard, so I don't have to
was
click
awesome,
around.
by the way.
I don't have to click. I just have 2 keys I can
Yes.
press. So I've got that set up.
Good work on that one.
I'm you know, I mean, here's the thing. I think if we're gonna do some clickbaity thumbnails, I'm all for it, but we got to do some actual clickbaity content then. Like, who flashed their titties at the Oscars? Yeah. Some stuff like that, you know. The answer is nobody, by the way. But while you're here, you might as well listen to the rest of the show.
Right.
So,
But I mean, I open it up with clickbait. Like, this is the end of an era.
Yeah.
And people listening and people watching were just like, oh, is this it? And you made you alluded to, we're 8 episodes away from episode 300.
yeah. 300.
Like, that snuck up on me.
300.
That snuck up. Like when we had our big milestone episodes, we usually do something special and we think about it ahead. We prepare. Like, we have not. This is the first we've talked about episode 300. So we got some brainstorming to do after the show because we got to give the people something special for 300.
Just like you said, big things coming, as you always say.
Oh, big things are coming. I
Big
could
things are
follow up
coming.
with that, which I completely haven't. So that could be it. That could be it.
Yeah.
That could be a big
See, this
thing.
is ordinarily this is what normal people do before the show.
Yeah.
We're just doing it live.
Because we want
yeah.
everyone in on it.
This is like the behind the scenes. Like you've clicked on in the DVD, you've clicked on the behind the scenes or the what is it? The commentary version of the movie where it's the director and the producer talking about, for this scene, we'd like to use a nice soft shell gray, as like the paint on the walls to reflect the gunshot from the actor here. It's so vivid. It's like it's a fucking movie. Dude. It's a movie. Like, get over it.
Like the extended director's cuts and stuff of certain things are just like wild and crazy.
Yeah.
Like Justice League was ass. And then the Snyder cut came out, and it was just a little less ass.
Yeah, it was a little less ass.
A little less ass.
A little less.
But then there's like the Lord of the Rings extended cut that like takes a month to watch, and and Elijah Wood goes full frontal nude, and it's like, wow, I didn't expect that. like cool, but wow.
I've done that.
Frodo
times.
is hung, man.
I've done that a couple times.
Gone full frontal?
That.
Okay.
Tune in for episode 305 for that one.
That's clickbait, ladies and gentlemen.
Stick around to episode 400, ladies. No, I've done the whole Lord of the Rings extended editions, super hardcore, like bring a lunch kind of viewings. I've done that a couple times. They're good movies. I like them. I'm enjoying them.
I mean, they're very good movies.
I'll be honest with you. I can see why some of it was cut. As I'm watching it, I'm like,
a lot of it needed cut.
I get why this is cut. I get it. You know what? It was probably in the book, which I'm actually on my list of books to read because I've only read portions of Lord of the Rings. I haven't read the whole thing all the way through. So I got a big old Lord of the Rings book sitting over here at my end table that is all 3 books rolled into one big ass fucking Beat Your Mama book.
Well, that's on your table.
It's my end table.
I thought it was your table. Like that's how big the book is.
You did rest your glass last week on it. So
I thought it was the table.
Yeah.
It's enormous.
But like I'm watching this, I'm like, all right, I get why this portion's cut out. I get why we don't have Merry and Pippin dancing and singing in the bar at the beginning of the first movie. I get it.
It's like eating each other's ass, and
they
left that out.
Hey now.
Come on,
hey
man.
Now.
Come on, they were cousins.
Those two are,
and they were roommates.
And one of them bent down into a barrel and got stuck, and his cousin had come out and out.
No, I don't know what you're watching, but
not me, step cousin. I'm stuck.
Yeah, there was entirely too much.
They're not gay. They're hobbits.
They're
little Clerks too.
There was entirely too much being in the woods in the extended cut, and I did watch it too.
They live in the forest. What do you expect? That's where they live. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of woods.
But like, I get that. They really wanted to point out the fact that they were walking through the woods a lot.
Yeah.
Like, people were so critical of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because, like, they were getting around Westeros so quick.
Yeah.
Like, people were like, look at the map of Westeros. They were, like, in freaking Castle Rock 1 minute. Now they're in King's Landing. And then they're back up at the, like, that would have taken forever to traverse that area. And, like, okay, we've seen them do it accurately in Lord of the Rings, and we want them to skip that. Okay,
yeah, for a movie,
like,
sure.
like skip it. We don't need to see all that walking around.
But it is interesting if they at least explained it. Like, it does take a while because, like, most people when they watch those movies originally, like, first off, like when I was a kid and I first watched those movies, I didn't realize that Gandalf left the ring with Frodo and then fucked off for like 8 months, almost a year. And then didn't. I thought it was like when it cut to that scene, he's in the library smoking his peace pipe, going through all those old books. Why are you smoking in the library, dude? These books will go up like a fucking like tin match. Like they're done. Like they're old as dirt. Anyway,
Library of Alexandria. Anyway. Okay.
Weed. That's what killed it. No, but like he does that, and then he realizes, oh shit, this is the Ring of Power, and then he flies back to Roto, and he's doing that creeper thing where he's like in the shadows, and he just reaches for him like he should got stabbed or some shit like that because nobody don't creep in the shadows like that, Gandalf. But like I thought it was like, oh man, it's been like a week. No, that shit was like almost a year. There's like like almost a year span, maybe give or take, between that. So it's interesting to see that that kind of stuff. It's like with Groundhog Day. We all assume that Bill Murray's character is just fucking around. He had like 10 lives.
We thought we saw every day. No. They cut out.
Bro, it was like
10,000 years.
Yeah, it's like 10,000 years.
10,000 years is what they said how long he was caught in that temporal loop.
Blows your mind, man.
Like, yeah, that's amazing. Okay,
Anyway.
well, yeah. It is the end of an era.
It is the end of an
That's
era.
the clickbait we started out with, and
Yeah.
we went off on our tangent, which is what we do on this show.
I killed 10 minutes. We're good. I killed 10 minutes.
But like I was saying, like we do talk about this stuff with everyone because it's not just our show. It's all of our shows together. We just happen to be the only two with a microphone.
Yeah.
But if you want to email us at foryourdistraction@gmail.com.
You guys are just as important. It's like the American government. You guys are just as important. We're just the one captaining the ship. That's all. That's all. But we take our P's and Q's from you.
Or you could watch us on Facebook, search for Your Distraction on there. Watch our live broadcast every time we do it, and you could put in the comments. And people have done this for us in the past. Some of our good old timey.
End of the show thing at the beginning of the show.
It's just wild today. It's wild today. I thought this was a perfect segue, so you could suck my dick if you don't think it's good.
Hey, Samwise. Hey, calm down.
Come on. Was Samwise the bottom? He was the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But he was a power bottom.
He would be. Everyone needs a Sam. End of an era. End of an era, Adam.
Anyway, yeah.
End of an era. End of an era. My parents are selling my childhood home.
How dare they? How dare they?
And for those of you who know me personally, who listen to the show, who are from our area, and you've been to my American Pie Stifler style parties in high school growing up and even into college, I threw some ragers. You were at a few of them.
One or two.
You weren't at the big one.
No.
The big one, there was a big one that somebody almost died. A cat did die. I got caught in bed with a girl. Parents came home early. Just like every John Hughes film you could think of. Yeah. Remember those early 2000s frat boy movies that were all the rage. Yeah. That's what I lived. I lived one of those. It was a wild time. What a wild time to be alive. So many good memories of this house, and my parents have put it for sale. It's a big house. It's a large home, and they don't need to have.
I think you've already explained the reason why your parents are selling the house. Your activities as a child. Don't shine a black light anywhere around here.
Oh, please, holier than thou.
I think you've diagnosed.
It's not room raiders. They're not taking a black light around. We gotta burn this place to the ground. No, it's nothing like that.
Come on, keep burning this.
Come on, man.
I don't know. I think the lady doth protest a little too much.
The real reason, the true reason, is they're both getting older, and it's a big house, and they don't need this. My mother made the comment to me because their bedroom's on the first floor, kitchen, living room. She's like, a month had gone by and they hadn't walked upstairs. That they don't need that big of a house, and it costs a lot of money to maintain, and so they put it for sale. They put it for sale one other time, when my youngest sister, Jenny, friend of the show, when she first moved away to college, she went to college in Nebraska, and my middle sister, Jacqueline, was already moved out, and I, of course, was moved out. They first had the empty nest syndrome. They put it for sale, and it was a big fail. It was a huge fail.
Yeah.
People weren't serious. The realtor was kicking them out of the house all the time. They had to keep the house immaculate at all times in case it was a showing. So they got sick of that, and they took it off the market. Fast forward 10, 12 years, wherever we're at now, and they thought it was time to try again. I protested. I said, no, you shouldn't do that.
You shan't. You shan't, madam.
But I understand. I do. I get it. They don't need that big of a house. I just thought they were going to have a hard time selling the house. The area where we live in is a small, depressed area.
Yeah, it's not great.
People aren't buying homes of this magnitude. And by no means am I rich, am I wealthy.
Yeah.
But growing up, we were okay. So they just wanted to sell this house, and I thought they were going to have a harder time selling than they did. And it did actually. Actually, they did take quite a while. I don't want to get into the details. You know the details, Adam.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of back and forth, and after several months of all this chaos, they did sell the house. So now it's in the...
As you said, no paperwork has been signed yet.
They have not closed.
It's a gentleman's agreement. Huzzah! That's all it was so far.
They came to an agreement monetary-wise, and That's great. That's fine. What makes me mad is, and I'm sad that the house is selling, but I understand it. What makes me mad is that they're actually moving away. They're not moving close. They're moving away. And that's what ticks me off because my grandkids are here. My grandkids are here. They don't need to be moving away at their age. And they're moving someplace where no one else is. It's not like they're moving to Cleveland or Akron where either my sisters are. They're not. They're moving someplace that I've never been. They've never been.
Isn't it closer to them?
It's in between.
Compared
it's
to where
closer,
it is here now?
yes.
So maybe it's just like they're trying to pick a middle point where it's like, you know, I can easily now take a this many minute drive here, take another reasonable minute drive back over here to go see my other family
But this is
members.
like life. It's not where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Like, you don't just like, all right, gumshoes. Carmen's in Egypt stealing the Sphinx, and you gotta like find that point on the map. No,
Yeah.
it's not that. That's a game.
I think it's just a trigonometry problem is what it is. It's like, you know, we're trying to figure out the distance.
Again!
Like okay, this spot is like the perfect distance because it's equidistant from all my family.
I think that's bullshit. And
It's math, sir. It's science. You cannot.
it's not equidistance though. It's not. But I don't argue semantics. I'm not going to air this dirty laundry on the show.
No, yeah, I know.
It's just not happy about it.
Yeah, you're a little upset, you know?
But one thing I am happy about,
Yeah.
I was over the house yesterday, and I was helping them pack some things and clean some things and do some stuff. And they have a bar, a really nice, ornate, decorative bar that we typically open for the holidays. And they also have a liquor cabinet. Didn't realize how deep this liquor cabinet went. But when I was a kid living there, I would always raid this liquor cabinet, like one does, you know.
Yeah.
Raid your parents' liquor cabinet, always. My mother's a big fan of margaritas, so she always had tequila in the house, and she was fond of Jose Cuervo. So I was typically stealing Jose Cuervo tequila on the regular, taking it to parties and drinking like tequila till I would vomit my guts out and be sick. To the point where now as I'm an adult, I hate tequila. I think tequila is disgusting because it made me so ill. Everybody has that alcohol that you got sick off of that
Mine's
you
a
like.
specific brand of vodka.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. What you just said is accurate. You said it's a specific brand of vodka. I stereotyped all tequilas as the one that made me ill. Turns out, Jose Cuervo is a shit tequila. Now that I'm older, I've sampled other tequilas, like good quality tequilas, and they're not bad. So I think I just hate shitty tequila. I
Just
think
hate
good
shit things, I guess. You know?
That's fair.
That's a pretty fair argument. I don't
Yeah.
like shit things.
So that was my fun story about the liquor cabinet, but I had never really like did a deep dive into this liquor cabinet. Like just I would steal shit when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
oh my god, Adam. It was deep. It went way back there, and I'm pulling out like old bottles of liquor that have like not been opened and God knows how old they are, and I'm like this is great. Now there were some that were bad that I needed to dump and I was helping go through. But there was some certain bottles that were nearly empty. They only had a little bit left. Like 2, maybe 3 shots remaining in the bottle. And they're like, oh, that one's almost gone. We don't want to take it with us. Just throw it out. I'm like, I'm not going to throw it out. Like,
You're not
well,
committed to the drink. You're not
well, then
committed to
drink
the
it.
game.
Well, I can't drink it right now. I'll die. But I said, I know a guy. So I brought the almost all drunk liquor bottles.
You know,
the show.
It's funny. You brought all these liquor bottles to the show. I just cleared out the bottom of my fridge with all that beer that's been sitting in there for like ever. I finished those this past week. So that bottom of the fridge is now kind of like, okay, I cleared out all the random beers that have been in there, and now it's like, I got random rums. Just
These
hanging
aren't
about.
rums. Actually, one is a rum. The rest, I think, are all whiskey.
There's a whiskey scotch in there too somewhere.
That's a whiskey.
I said whiskey scotch.
Scotch whiskey.
Scotch whiskey. It's the same thing.
So we're gonna introduce these to the show, and maybe each week, and the people can participate. You tell us which one you want us to drink. Each week we can do shots and drink one as the show progresses.
Yeah.
You don't like that idea. I can tell by your face.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not a massive like whiskey drinker. Not really a massive whiskey drinker.
Tough shit. This is for content. We
No,
give
it's
the
fine.
people what
I
they
didn't,
want.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna do it.
Adam, some of these bottles are so very almost empty.
Yeah, I know.
It's probably going to be a shot. You can handle a shot.
Yes,
or
I
two.
can.
Yes,
I know. I didn't say it. I couldn't.
Okay, so you have front and center. Would you like to do the honors of
All
showing
right,
the people?
So let's go
What's
for
the
this
first
one? This one is Old Crow Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
So the first one's a bourbon. This is Old Crow.
Oh yeah.
I've had Old Crow before. I kind of like it. That one's in like, is that like a handle? What is that?
No, it's one of those like
Oh, it's one of those
grips.
plastic.
It's like one of those
okay.
grips. Those plastic
And
grips
see,
on
it's
bottles.
it's almost
Yeah.
gone. There's a little bit in there. Yeah.
can-
Old Crow. That's a
We'd have a
bourbon.
fun night with that one.
That's a bourbon. What
All
we
right,
got next?
Let's go into the generic one. This is, as you see, a little less on there. Turn to the side. Turn to that side. There you go.
Okay, what's that
It's
one?
the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
So Jack Daniels. Show the people the label.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you've seen
Jack,
Jack
Jack
Daniels
Daniels is an American style whiskey or a Tennessee style whiskey. It is gross. I don't like anything about it. It is not good. But mixed with honey might be interesting. So we'll give it a try.
All right, now we got another kind of generic brand, Jim Beam Devil's Cut.
Well, Devil's Cut isn't so much generic.
Well, Jim Beam is
Jim Beam
very generic.
is also a bourbon. I like bourbon. I've had Jim Beam. I don't think I've ever had this Devil's Cut. What's so special about Devil's Cut? Made with bourbon extracted from the barrel walls.
extracted from the devil's balls.
The Devil's Balls. Well, that's gonna be a front runner for the first one we try.
Yeah, that one looks pretty
Okay,
good.
what else we got?
Go to this one. This is the Scotch, I believe.
There's
This
a
is
Scotch
the
on here.
Isle of Jura single malt whiskey.
Jura.
Yeah,
Jura?
Jura. It's not Jura.
It's not Jura?
It's not Jura.
It's Jura. Listen to you go. I'm glad I had you do that because I would have said Jura.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's not Jura or not, but like
You
I'm
said
trying.
Jura.
I
love that,
I
though.
said
That's-
Jura. It's
that's
what it sounds like.
Jura.
Jura. I mean, it's like okay. What is this? What is it? Look, Google. What is it? Oh, Jura. Google me, Chuck.
Oh.
I'm holding the damn bottle. What is the? You look at? Is there 43%? I'm trying to look for a proof. Why don't they put proofs on liquors anymore? There's a lot of liquors that they don't put the proof number anymore. Like that's how I know like how strong an alcohol
Okay,
is. 43% alcohol by the
relatively
volume.
common.
doesn't, like, yeah.
Yes, I'm 21.
You sure about that? You sure about that, Scott? I mean, there's not a lot in here. There's definitely like 2 shots, maybe 2.5, 3, I would guess. So
Well, it's got to be Scottish because you can't not be Scottish. Yeah, you're right. Jura.
yeah,
You gotta say it like you're from Highlander.
Jura!
Jura.
Jura! Pop down to the pub and get us a shot of Jura!
Scotland. Is that racist? No, I think they're white.
No, yeah, they're white.
Okay,
we're,
cool,
good.
we're
We're
good.
good. We're all white. So yeah, we got that. Now we got this unique one, unopened. Unopened.
Unopened. This one's completely sealed, but it's a little tiny bottle.
Jinro Soju.
That one is a Korean
Yeah.
rice whiskey.
Unopened.
Unopened.
sir.
I'm excited about that one.
That
too.
one I'm looking forward to.
That's
that
going to
one
be another
is-
front runner up there with the Devil's Ball Sack or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 front runners right now.
All right, now there's the big laddie.
Oh dear God!
There's the lad of the group.
This one is going to be ranked probably last.
This one we're not doing shots of.
No, we prefer
We literally
our
can't.
eyesight intact.
We can't. It's too strong.
We'll probably drink it mixed.
Yeah. Give me like a little tea dropper.
Show the people.
Drop.
It's actually a rum, Adam.
It is rum. It is a rum. It is your classic warning flammable, see back for label, Puerto Rican rum, Bacardi 151.
Bacardi 151. I don't even think they make that anymore.
I used cleaning products my last job with this exact label on it. Just so you know. Like, I'm just saying.
Well, we're going to clean
I'm
out our
just
innards.
saying.
We're going to do it. Yeah, so I have a great recipe for a jungle juice. And it consists of Everclear 190 proof grain alcohol.
Yeah.
And it also consists of Bacardi 151 rum.
There's a hefty amount in there too.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
There's more than half. If you can see, there's more than half. So one of the last times I was making my my jungle juice, I went to the liquor store to get Bacardi 151, and they told me that they stopped making it. And I said, "Well, why?" And they said, "Well, people were going blind."
Look. I know it's strong. How much are you really drinking that it's making you go blind?
Adam, alcoholism is a disease.
But like, at a certain point, I think the body won't let you drink that much. At a certain point, it just pukes it up.
And the reason I use both those bottles of liquors in my jungle juice, grain alcohol, the 190 proof especially, they make a 151 proof of the grain too, but you got to use the 190. It tastes gross. It's not good. The rum that's 151, it's strong as hell, and it also tastes good because it's rum. It's sweeter.
Yeah.
So that's why I put the 190 proof in there just for the strength, and I put the 151 rum in there more for the flavor, and then I mix a whole ton of fruit juices in there. I don't want to put a regular rum in there because it'll bring the level down.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why I needed this. They told me they weren't making it anymore. They still make a cruisin' rum that's 151, but it's not as good. So when I saw this in there, and it was a blast from my past.
It's good.
I had to give it a home.
Give you blindness good.
I had to give it a home. So here we go. We've got the Old Crow, the Jack Daniel's Honey, the Devil's Ball Sack, the Yura, the Korean whiskey, and the 151 Make You Go Blind. So we'll put up a poll.
151 is not on the poll. That's not on the poll.
You get to pick next week which one we get to drink.
Because they'd vote for 151.
They want us to die. Yeah.
Like, no, we want you to go blind.
I'm going to put
a
little asterisk. I'm going to put 151 on the poll, just out of curiosity. I'm going to put a little asterisk next to it, and it's going to say subject to discretion or something along those lines, because we'll drink it, but we'll drink it how we deem necessary.
Look, we're all a family here, but we're also like dictators over here. Just saying. You know, that's what we are.
So there you have it. We got a smorgasbord of booze to get
Yeah, we
through.
do.
And hey, if anybody can do it, it's us.
Can I put that on my resume? Just saying. Might be useful for a future job.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, we talked enough about rum. We
just
about
talked
drinks.
about one rum. We talked about a lot of whiskeys.
Drinks, alcohols, liquids,
liquor.
Booze. How many different words for that are we going to get that? Nope, I can't think of any more. Brain went dead. All right, so let's talk about some current event. You got anything to talk about, Scott? Do you have anything to talk about? We both have something that we also kind of thought about talking about.
I got two things, but the same as you. So go ahead, fire away.
I want to talk about football, Scott. We never talk about sports on this show, Scott.
Adam, have you been drinking the 151?
I'm not blind yet.
You want to talk to me about football.
I can see, Scott. So no, I've not drank the 151 yet. I want to talk about football. Football, foosball. I want to talk about foosball.
I'm excited to talk about football. It's not, the season hasn't even kicked off
No,
yet.
it hasn't.
I'm ready to go.
But
Let's
the winners have already
football.
been determined. So, just saying. Let's talk about football. I want to talk about. So we're at a we're at a time in our lives at the moment of the year where, you know, a lot of graduations have happened.
Oh, it's the end of the school year.
A lot of things are coming to the end.
College and high school graduations.
A lot of montages of like different photos are being played on different walls through projectors with sappy background music going.
Wait, it's been a year since you graduated, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been about a year.
Happy graduation anniversary.
Yeah, it's been a year. Anyway,
look how far we've come.
Yeah.
What's that song? As we go on, we remember. Oh, we're not that kind of podcast, folks.
No.
Okay.
But so there's graduation happening. What do they always have at graduation, Scott? What do they always have
Bottles
at
of liquor?
graduations? No, not bottles of liquor. No.
That was just
they
my graduation.
They always have a speaker.
Oh yeah.
Every graduation they have some speaker, and if you're like me at my graduation, we had a speaker who was somebody who was successful but wasn't quite famous, so nobody knew who they were.
Well, I think it depends on the school.
It obviously depends on the school.
It's like Harvard always has like ex-presidents coming in.
It's typically like if somebody who has like gone to the school before who did well.
Okay.
Is what it typically is, I think. I think typically they reach out to, like, celebrities and things like that might have gone to the school. Now, I don't know if that's how this worked out in this current situation. I would hope that's the only reason why the speaker was here at this current situation was because of that. But I want to talk about famous football star, Scott, Harrison Butker.
Oh, kicker. I mean,
He's a football star. How dare you, sir?
I don't know if any kicker would be considered a
He's a-
star.
he-
Although Homeboy did kick a 57-yard field goal in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
He's a 2-time Super Bowl champ. Why are you talking about Harrison Butker again?
Harrison Butker was
He was a speaker?
a speaker, yes.
But
Speaker at
why
a
have
college.
a football player?
Which place did he speak at? Do you know?
You're the one telling the story.
No, I'm done with the opening. Let's get into the fucking conversation.
He went to Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Yeah, okay.
I don't think he spoke at Georgia Tech, did he?
I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Harrison Butker played football at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, he did it at some small Catholic school.
Benedictine College. That's a name.
I never heard of her.
That's a name right there. So he did a
You know
commencement
what they
speech
say
at
about those
Benedictine.
Catholic girls, though.
Oh,
Hey, Billy Joel told me.
So yes,
So Benedictine, a small private Catholic college,
yes.
got Harrison Butker,
What a
an
get.
NFL, a football player, not even like a real football player. He's a kicker. Okay, they got a kicker who didn't even go to school there.
No.
To come give the speech. Like, help me understand.
Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know the ounce.
Okay, so what's the controversy?
All right, so he's at this commencement speech. He's doing this whole thing like, "Hey, congratulations, you motherfuckers have beat the odds. You're here. You're cool. You got your fucking degrees. But you women out there that counting 1, 2, 3.
He's
you
doing
women,
like a WWE promo. You women and the Freebirds. Like,
oh boy." I killed my throat on that one. So no, he basically called out the women in the audience of the current graduates,
Yeah.
basically telling them, this is not the highlight of your life. The highlight of your life you're going to figure out someday is being a homemaker.
oh.
So he went to all these
dude, really?
speak. I guess he talked a lot about the coronavirus and a lot of right wing like talking points and shit like that. But like the big takeaway is he went. I listened to the speech. I did listen to a portion of it, at least the portion that matters, portion that the only portion anybody's talking about that he's going to be remembered for. He basically said that my wife also went to college and, all this and everything. And she was a graduate, but she was like, but my wife didn't really. He basically said his wife found her purpose when they got married and she quit her job and stayed home while he played football. That's basically what he said. And so he's basically saying you're excited for your careers, for your future, like upcoming jobs and, all the being in this professional world, but you're not really going to be fulfilled until you have a family, because that's what you're going to figure out in life. He basically told a bunch of women that graduate college that you will not succeed until you have a bunch of kids and quit your job and support your husband.
Wow.
That's basically what he said.
Wow. So, can we bring back the douche of the day segment?
Can we bring back flogging? Just saying.
This guy sucks.
Yeah. And he's
What a
I think
shitty
I think
dude.
he's doubled down on it. I'm pretty sure he's like doubled down. Like, yeah, I meant it. Like, it's fucking.
What
makes sense.
an asshole.
Yeah. The sisters at the college have condemned him for saying he's like, and you look. All right, a bunch of mothers coming at you, condemning you. That ain't nothing. Fucking nuns, left hand of God, coming down and condemning you for your for what you're talking about.
Adam,
Sir.
may I?
Yeah.
May I stand on this soapbox
Yeah.
for a moment? Can
You
you
may approach the bench.
May I reclaim my time, Mr. Chairman? Because I've got some thoughts.
That was that Congress thing this past week too, between Marjorie Taylor Greene and AOC.
I've got some thoughts.
Or some shit like that.
I've got some thoughts. Well,
I want to hear your thoughts.
It's a Tuesday. What do you expect out of them? But
I want to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna get a refill.
all right. You can listen to me from
Yes,
the
I want to.
kitchen.
I want to hear those thoughts.
Fill me up, would
I'm
you?
just gonna bring it out here.
Mighty nice.
Picky bitch.
Picky bitch. Okay. Here we go. Shake this one off. For those of you who know, I'm Roman Catholic. I am a Christian. I'm also a raging hardcore feminist. And I'm raising 2 young daughters. Being a dad is like the best thing in the world. I want them to have every opportunity in the world. And I see the world, and it is not catered to them. It is not set up for my children, and it pisses me off because you got people like Harrison Butker saying that women need to stay in the kitchen like it's 1963. I don't appreciate that at all. And I don't care if he wants to claim traditional Catholic values. That's horseshit. It's horseshit. What he said was absolutely wrong. Especially saying it to a crowd of college graduates who, a lot of them, this is the biggest deal of their life. We don't know everyone's story sitting in that crowd. They could be the first person in their family to get a college degree. That's incredible. That's amazing. And there are probably going to be some women in that crowd who have just graduated, and maybe he's right. Maybe the best thing in their life will come when they get married and have children, and they decide to stay at home and raise the kids, and that's fine if it's their choice to do that. But there's also women in that crowd. Maybe they were going to become neuroscientists and doctors and astronauts, and they're going to cure cancer, and they're going to be the first person to walk on Titan. I don't know. Like
The strippers, the OnlyFans models, we include all the groups.
Like,
we need all those.
women can do anything they want.
Yeah.
To be told by a man with a fashy haircut, shaking his fist at them, saying, you need to do this, you need to do that, I say, fuck you, Harrison Butker. You kick footballs for a living. You play all of 2 minutes of a 60-minute football game.
I heard he kicks footballs because he's too afraid to get tackled.
I mean, that's what the kickers do. Here's a funny thing. Women who play football, guess what position they typically play? Kicker. The position he's doing. So maybe he's afraid he's going to lose his job to a woman, and he wants him to stay in the kitchen. Because being a kicker, don't get me wrong, he's a good kicker. But kickers are a dime a dozen. I couldn't do it.
I can kick a
But
ball.
I know plenty of people who can kick a ball.
I can kick a ball. You can kick a ball.
Adam,
We
you
can
think
all
you
kick a ball.
can kick a field goal?
I don't know if I can kick a field goal. I can kick
Bro.
a ball.
Let's test this. Let's go to a football field. I'll be your holder.
All right.
And you got to kick it through the field goal
Laces
posts.
out.
Laces out.
Laces out.
Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel.
You're gonna die, Dan. Yeah, laces out. We'll do that. I don't know how far. Like, I'm not gonna make you kick a 50-yard field goal at the same time. Like, if you're kicking from the 1-yard line, like, I hope you make it.
Your gun is jamming in my hip. I'm
do this.
just thinking of Ace
This is
Ventura quotes
happening.
right now.
This will be our 300th episode. Adam kicks a field goal.
And then
Adam kicks a field
and
goal
it's gonna- and you know
pays
this-
respect to women at the same time.
it's gonna be me running up to kick. You're gonna fucking Charlie Brown. Is what you're gonna do.
Oh my god!
It's
Not
gonna
this
be.
time,
It's
Adam.
gonna be a.
This time I'm not gonna do it.
It's gonna be a slippery field that just had like it just rained. They just cut the grass. There's nothing but cut grass on there, and I'm gonna slip and fall.
You didn't get. I was totally giving you the Lucy.
Yeah, I know.
You know, she was like, "This time I'm not gonna pull the football."
Oh, I
away,
know.
Charlie
I got
Brown."
that. I got that. Did you see the SNL Charlie Brown with they did like the on stage play of Charlie Brown. It was starring like a bunch of fake actors, like the guy who played Barry. What's his name? Shit.
I don't know. I didn't see
I'll
that.
have to show you the skit. It's if you
blew this one, the people
No,
are
I'm-
like, we want to know, Adam.
no, I'm it's not that. It's Is it Bill Hader? Thank you. Bill Hader plays.
Oh,
Charlie
it's an
Brown.
old one then. Bill
Yeah,
Hader's not on the
yeah,
cast
yeah. It's an
anymore.
old one, and it's like an on.
I never watched Barry.
They did it like a skit. I'll show you it after this. It's fucking hilarious. And if you're at home and you're like wanting to watch it too, look it up. It's SNL Charlie Brown bit, and it's just like a. Oh yeah, you're welcome, sir. I expect my tip at the end. Thank you.
Just the tip, right?
I was thinking that.
Just the tip.
I was thinking it. But no, it's fucking hilarious. But anyway,
Harrison Becker, what are your thoughts?
I think he's a cunt.
He's a douche of the day, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Totally the douche of the day.
Look. Here's the thing. I don't think he was telling women that that's what they need to do. I think the version of his speech specifically was saying that you're going to do all these things, but you're not going to find true happiness until you do these things. I'm just clarifying and stuff like that. But that's just as douchey. Like you're basically telling women like, look, you can go out and do all that stuff, but you're not going to be happy until your ass gets in the kitchen and bakes me a fucking turkey or whatever. Like, he's a piece of shit. He's a piece of fucking shit. And then, like, always on social media, you got all the people that come out and, like, backing him up and saying, like, oh, we need more of him and less Kaepernick and blah, 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 and all this and everything. Like, did you see the basketball game? I think it was a college basketball game where, like a bunch of the players kneeled, but there was, like, a few that, like, decided to keep standing, like, during the national anthem. And like I was Michael Jackson eating popcorn meme throughout all those comment sections, just a bunch of people arguing about which one is better, right or wrong. And they're all missing the point. They're both fine because it's both people expressing their freedom of fucking speech, because that's what we can do in this country.
Harrison Becker is allowed to say whatever he wants.
Yes, he can say whatever he wants.
But he's not immune from criticism.
Yes. I'm not saying I don't think he should have said it, but I'm not saying he should have been forced not to say it. Absolutely, that's within his right to make that kind of speech. But guess what, buddy? As Scott just said, consequences to the things you say. Sorry, that's life. All right? Everybody has to have consequences to what they say. You're not going to go to jail for it, and so that's still maintaining your freedom of speech. People are going to talk shit on you for it. Maybe you like lose a career or some shit like that over it. Who knows?
I would love to see the Chiefs cut him.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
That would be incredible. Who's probably not too happy about this? Her Majesty, Taylor Allison Swift.
Oh, yeah?
I would be willing to bet she's not too fond of those kind of remarks.
Probably not.
I don't know if you know this. She's kind of the darling of the Kansas City Chiefs. Her soon-to-be husband. They're not engaged, folks. Oh, that's the next one. It's Taylor Swift engaged. Ready? Thumbnail. Yes, like that's a great clickbait.
Yeah,
but
100%.
like she's probably barking at Travis like you need to kick this little squeaky guy's ass.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce is a grown ass man.
Yeah.
And Harrison Butker, again, I say it, he's a fucking kicker.
Yeah.
Like Kelce would fold him into a pretzel. like a cartoon character. Like it would be hilarious to watch. And I would pay money to see that. If that happens, I'm a Chiefs fan. You heard it here first.
Did you see the video?
Scott's now a Chiefs fan. Sorry.
Did you see the video of Mike Tyson and what's his fucking mean mugging each other whenever they, how like boxing they do those like things where they're with each other and announcing the match.
They're like nose to nose. Yeah, I love that.
The streamer douchebag
Paul.
Paul.
Which one? Logan or Jake? Jake, right?
Jake Paul.
He's fighting Jake.
Yeah, he's fighting. I think he's fighting
There's
Jake.
two Pauls.
It's one of the fucking Pauls.
They both fight.
I saw the video today, and it was like Jake Paul in his face, mean mugging, like give him the old finger across the throat means death. Give him the old like that, like mean mugging, like pulling out his bicep. It's just Mike Tyson like pacing back for like looking at like laughing like, this motherfucking dude, whatever. Like not giving the camera any love at all, just like kind of chuckling about it. And look, Mike Tyson's also a piece of shit. We're gonna go on record and say he is also a piece of shit. He raped a woman. All right, he sucks.
He did rape a woman.
But it's funny to see, like, if you watch a video, it's just Jake Paul, like, really, really hardcore, like it's a real match, and like he's like.
Are you agreeing with me that it's not a real match anymore?
No, it's not. It's not. I think it's not real.
Because you were like excited for this fight. You were ready to watch Mike Tyson beat him down. And
I'm no!
Like, I'm not even gonna watch this shit now.
I'm not gonna watch. I'll watch the clips, but I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. But like, I still hope he beats him the fuck down. I
It
really
is a
do.
glorified WWE match.
But we're talking
That's what
about
it
a
is.
man that bit a dude's ear off once.
30 years ago.
Yeah. So like, you know, it's gonna be like Nom. It's a Nom flashback. He's gonna be in the ring and hear ding ding, and he's gonna go fucking wild. He's gonna go feral. That's what I want to see. I want to see him rip his leg off.
If Mike Tyson was 25 years old and he was fighting Jake Paul, I would say, oh my God, he is going to rip him in half. And it's going to be a bloodbath, and it's going to be hard to... Mike Tyson is 60 years old. 60, like he's collecting Social Security.
Sylvester Stallone's fucking old as shit too, and he'd fuck people up.
No, he wouldn't, Adam. No, he
Arnold
wouldn't.
Schwarzenegger's like that old. He would.
They are old.
Yeah.
They would fuck us up, but they're not going to fuck up somebody in shape.
But like, okay, here's the thing. Jake Paul's in shape. What I'm saying is he's also kind of like a piece of shit, and I don't think like he would, like, for example, Jake Paul would fuck us up. I don't think Jake Paul would fuck up a single boxing.
He would
boxer.
not. He
Not
would
a single
not.
boxer at
He
all.
fights washed up has-beens.
Yes.
He has his whole career.
And I also watched like comparison videos between like the training that he went through versus the training that Mike Tyson went through. And Jake Paul was like a lot of Rocky, whichever the one had the Russian who was like doing all the technological stuff. And he was like, he had like all
Rocky
those trainers.
IV, yeah.
Rocky 4. That's what I thought.
Ivan
it was.
Drago.
Yeah.
He like had like VR headsets.
Yeah, he had VR
on
headsets on.
and-
He was like practicing
No,
like that.
that's so great.
And it's just Mike Tyson with his trainer in the ring.
like feeding his pigeons. Like
Yeah. Well, no, like it was Mike Tyson with his trainer in the ring, and it was just a lot of punching and getting punched. And it's like he could still take a hit. He could still take a hit, and he could still duke one out. And it's just like real boxing training versus this Ivan Drago shit.
It's not going to be a real fight. It is going to be disappointing. It is going to be for money. Both of them are going to get rich off of it.
I'm calling it. He's biting his finger off at least.
I wish if he bites, if something, if one of them die, here's the other thing I heard. You know they're fighting with sparring gloves, right?
Really?
Yeah,
No,
they're not.
They need to bare fist
So
it.
sparring gloves are like giant fucking pillows
they need
taped onto your fists.
they need to brass knuckle
Real
that
boxing
shit.
gloves are like thin.
Yeah.
There is cover. It's not to protect the dude's face. It's to protect your hand.
Yeah.
Sparring gloves are these giant, horrible like clouds
They're like Hulk
on your
hands.
hands.
Those toy Hulk hands,
Like I'm like,
basically.
what the hell, dude? This is a fake fight, and all you people who are excited are buying into this hook, line, and sinker. Call it what it is. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
Just like WWE wrestling. I'm not a big wrestling guy. Neither are you.
No.
But I understand what it is. It's entertainment purposes. No question about those wrestlers are in great shape, and they probably all do roids. At least the lion's share, because it's not really a true organized sport. I mean, they're athletes, no question about it. But
Yeah.
scripted.
It is. Yes. 100%.
This might be scripted too.
So is football. I bet. Football's scripted too.
I want to
He
fight.
said
You know
it.
what? You know what? I wonder if the Tyson Paul fight has any undercards. If they're taking application for undercards, I want to fight Harrison Butker. No training. Me off the couch fighting a kicker.
Your fucking ass handed to you.
Adam, he's a kicker. He's a kicker.
He's also in significantly better shape than you, no offense. He's also in significantly better
For a
shape.
kicker. Like, have you seen him in person? Oh, maybe he's like 5'6". I don't know. He's a kicker. And listen, I may not be in the best shape of my life right now, but I'm scrappy. I'm scrappy, and I won't fight fair. I'll hit him low. I'll hit him under the belt. I'll bite him like
At that
Mike
point,
Tyson.
you lose, though. At that point, you lose the
I'm
match.
not trying to win. I'm trying to kick his ass.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm gonna come out with a chair, dude. It's gonna be.
He's gonna have like brass
I mean, the
knuckles in his
Tyson
back
Paul
pocket.
fight's not real. The Butker Malanky fight's not going to be real either.
Yeah, I might as well bring a knife into the ring. Why not? Let's fucking go.
Harrison Butker, I'm calling you out, brother. Right here, right now. You, me, mano y mano. Anytime, any place. Let's go. How's that? How's that?
That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Bet you're not like okay. So this is like the arc of Scott Malenke's politician arc. Okay, he was a voted elected official locally, and then he got out of that ring. Now he's turning like
I'm turning heel. That's right. That's right. I'm in my Hollywood Hogan era.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna start talking shit on the crowd. Boo! Boo all you want. You're all trash. All of you are trash.
You really Always Sunny when they made wrestler characters.
Oh, that was such a good
DeVito
episode.
was like the trash man.
Oh, that was such a good episode.
He brought a trash can in there.
This show's amazing. Always Sunny is such a good show.
Yeah, fuck you, Jerry Seinfeld. They can absolutely make comedies today, and it's being made today right now.
Oh, he sucks.
We didn't talk about that either, did we? No. Jerry Seinfeld's kind of a piece of shit because he's like the liberal media and all the like the offensive crowd, you know, with all them around, you can't make comedies anymore the way you, because he's fucking promoting this bullshit Pop-Tart movie that nobody gives a fuck about. Guess what? Larry David had no problem making Curb Your Enthusiasm. It just had his last season.
Enthusiasm was good.
Here's the thing. I started watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'd never really watched it before, but I knew it was funny. But
I
like
need to watch it in order. I've never watched it in order.
I'm watching it now. I'm on season 2 right now.
It's good, right?
Season 1's a little rough. It's funny,
I've
but it's a
heard
little
that
rough.
from people.
Season 2, pretty fucking funny so far.
I heard
pretty
the later
goddamn
seasons
funny.
are great.
So like I started watching that. I didn't watch it before because I was like, I just got HBO and I was like, oh, Kirby Enthusiasm is great. I'm like, great. How many seasons? It's like 8 fucking seasons. By the time I got HBO, I was like, I'm not gonna watch that because that was like way back when they had like 15 episodes per season.
I feel they're easy watches, aren't they?
They are. They're very easy.
I might get
They're
into
very
it too.
easy.
I might get into it. I'm really
It's
diving
fucking
into
hilarious.
some Hulu stuff right now.
But like you can make comedy. It's easy to make comedies today. Maybe it's not easy to make comedies about dudes that date women right out of high school. Like maybe it's not easy to do that.
Shots fired. Yeah,
Dude,
Jerry
you're going
Don't
after.
you have an 18-year-old to go date?
You're going after butt kicker. I'm going after Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah. Dude, dare I say? Because I really like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I really like the show Seinfeld. Was Larry David's the reason I like it? I feel right.
He's co-creator.
Right. He wrote it.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld just acted in
He
it.
just pretty much acted.
But he gets all the credit because it's called Seinfeld. Yeah.
I just watched an episode where it was Larry David, and he was like meeting up with the dude who played God damn, I'm just blanking. George, thank you.
Jason Alexander.
Yeah, Jason. He's meeting with Jason, and they were going to talk about doing another.
Sorry, I'm a big Seinfeld fan.
They were talking about doing like a new show together, and the entire episode was about them arguing about whose office they were going to go to instead. Because Larry David's like, okay, like nobody comes. I have a house with an office. Nobody fucking comes to my office to like do. I always have to go to them, and so he goes out there and like shit gets fucked up, and they end up missing the meeting. So they're like planning the next meeting. He's like, oh, why don't you come out to my office? He's like, no. I think here is a good place to. And it's just like it's fucking hilarious. Talk about a show about nothing. That show's about nothing, and it's fucking amazing.
It's funny. It's really good.
Yeah,
I've said this umpteen times. I used to hate Seinfeld when I was a kid. I got to be an adult if I could talk, and I really enjoy it. Wow, you made that last drink strong. I got the spins, as Mac Miller would say.
That's my normal drink.
Whew.
Fucking lightweight. You gotta get on.
Guess
You gotta
so.
get on
Well,
my
that's
level.
my second one, but
You gotta get on my level, dude.
I didn't get to take an edible, so whatever.
That is making me feel pretty good right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Good for you.
So, but no,
Harrison Buttfucker, I'm coming for you.
to fuck your butt.
I'll fuck you right in the air.
We just
What's
watched-
that
we
Key
just
and
watched
Peele
the Key
skit? The Key and Peele
We
skit.
watched it last week. He's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you right in the ass. I'm gonna take you out to a fancy dinner. We're gonna talk about all the things that we have in common. We're gonna create inside jokes, and then I'm gonna take you home, and I'm gonna fuck your sweet ass. If you aren't watching Key and Peele too, that's fucking hilarious as well, dude. Let's talk about one more thing.
One more thing.
One more thing we haven't talked about. I'm excited because it's over, but I can't wait for season 2.
I'm excited. Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened, right?
X-Men 97.
X-Men.
It's finished.
Oh.
Dude, the Genosha episode was amazing. Number one episode of the entire season.
I definitely think it was my favorite episode. But
these last 2 episodes, first of all, it was a 3-parter. Season 5 was a 3-parter. These last 2 episodes were amazing, but the last episode, oh my fucking God.
second best episode of this show.
Yes.
Second best.
I saw a meme where somebody posted, they're like, this whole thing is basically revolved around 2 gay people that can't get over each other, i.e. Charles and Eric.
I mean, that's the whole comic book too.
Yeah. But it's like they're like old boyfriends that broke up but they can't get over each other.
They're clearly gay for each other, right?
Yeah. They're not. Because here's the thing. Here's I think what a really good point of this episode was. So at the end of the last episode was Xavier in Magneto's mind, and he's trying to like repair the damage that he did to him in the previous episode because he had to take over his brain. And it's like a bromance of an episode. It's literally like it's basically like Charles. Like, one of the things that the show does really good at, and people are like stupid, everybody's like, oh, X-Men's gone woke, Disney turned X-Men woke. X-Men's always been woke. People are like all pissed off because like they're considering Morph now like kind of non-binary because Rogue called them instead of he.
Oh, they're using they them pronouns.
Yeah, like when
I didn't
Rogue,
notice that.
when Rogue turned on the X-Men and like when Magneto came down with Asteroid M. And he was like offering like, any of you fuckers want to stop following this douchebag who brought us to this and come join my side, come at us. And then Rogue had her big speech. He referred to Morph as them.
I missed that. That's awesome. I kind of like that.
Yeah, so it's stuff like that people are like all pissed off and everything. Like,
but Morph,
it's like, first of all,
like he is.
They're also really pissed off about the last scene between Morph and Wolverine when he's on the bed and he turns into Jean Grey and says, I love you. But like people are taking that as Morph is in love with Wolverine because they have that like kind of bromance throughout the entire season.
I don't think that at all. I would hate that.
People are trying to People are trying to make it out that that's what it is.
Oh,
and then then there's other people that are sane who are like, no, like here's the thing.
They have such a great friendship.
Morph may it's possible Morph may love Wolverine, but
I don't want to ruin that friendship.
It's more of a bromance that's going on between them. That's kind of more of what it is than anything else.
That to me is like you say Charles and Magneto is a bromance. No, Morph and Logan, that's the bromance. I don't want that. I want that to be platonic.
Here's why I say Charles and Xavier
they're
are
totally
a bromance.
gay for each other.
Here's why I say they're a bromance because it's 2 guys. And you know what? It's doing this thing where it's like it used to be like how long has it been? How many decades has it been where like guys can't talk about their feelings because they'll you know like when we were kids you make fun and be like, oh, you're gay because you're talking about your feelings. This is like 2 guys that are like they love each other like brothers. And they're like, you know what? We're comfortable enough with each other that we can be like, I can open up to you. And like Charles, like I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you, man. He's like, I'm holding you up in the waters. You know, shit's getting deep. Shit's getting real. We're about to go under. But you know what? I'm fucking here for you, dude. I'm here for you. And that's kind of like what was really powerful, kind of to me. Like it was really cool.
So I think Professor Xavier's straight. Like he was trying to
Magneto's
marry.
bi.
No. Let me finish. No. He's not bi. I think Xavier's straight. He was gonna marry the space queen, bird queen, and then there was the other hot girl.
Moira McTaggart.
Yeah, Moira. Yeah, he was into that. He was like wheelchair deep in that pussy, like no doubt about it. So
you know that fucking just got accessories.
Xavier is totally straight, except he's gay for Magneto. Magneto, hold the phone. Magneto is gay, completely gay, but he's straight for Rogue. Does it make sense?
But
he's only straight for Rogue because that booty.
But like,
damn,
he has other kids.
God damn,
he has other biological kids. Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch. He has other biological kids.
Debatable.
No, it's not debatable.
I want to see the Maury episode. Okay.
You want to see the DNA test?
I want to see it because think about the MCU. We got a Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch. I get it. Different universe.
Oh, you know he fucked Mystique too. You know he did.
Oh, but she's non-binary. Still gay. And it's Rebecca Romaine. Come on. Or Jennifer Lawrence.
Either way.
You pick your poison. Either way, you're you're taking one. You're taking one down.
Yeah.
Xavier is straight, but gay for only Magneto. Magneto is gay, but only straight for Rogue. You're smiling at me.
No, I'm thinking of funny other bits that were like this. It
makes perfect sense in my mind. Like I'm fine. Like that's please. Like I agree. Like I agree with all of that.
They did this bit on Archer.
They
did this bit on Archer. You remember that episode where there was like this really super cool like secret agent that like Sterling was best friends with, and like he turned out to be like a mole selling secrets. And so, like, Sterling, like, found him before, like, he knew about that and shit like that. He's like, no, dude, we got to help you. We got to figure out what's going on. And, like, he was talking about, like, starting a life with Archer. And he's like, dude, you're not gay. He's like, no, I'm not gay. But, like, with you, it's a little different. That's basically what the arc of that episode was.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's barking.
Some barks happening.
Yeah, she's barking at my cat.
We're picking up ambient. We're picking up some ambient sound. We get that bark on?
A little bit.
Cool. There's that one TikTok sound. I don't know what show it's from, but it cracks me up where he's like, this is my boyfriend Roger. This is his boyfriend Ben. Roger's straight for me, but gay for Ben. Ben and I hate each other. it was a really, you ever see that? You ever hear that sound?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sound cracks me up.
I do not know
like that's totally this. Like I want somebody to use that sound for X-Men '97 because it totally fits. It totally fits. And Sir Ian McKellen is a famously gay person.
Very much so, yes.
And he is my Magneto. Is he your Magneto?
He's a great Magneto.
Michael Fassbender's incredible.
He's great.
Sir Ian McKellen is my Magneto.
He's better.
Who's your Batman? My Batman's Michael Keaton. Christian Bale was fantastic. Ben Affleck's great. Michael Keaton's my Batman. Michael Fassbender's a good Magneto.
Michael Keaton is
Ian
my favorite
Ian
Batman.
McKellen is my Magneto.
I think the one that portrayed the Batman the best in terms of his, it'd have to be either Christian Bale or
Adam
Ben
West.
Affleck. Because here's the thing, Ben Affleck, while the movies were bad, like there are some scenes in those movies where like this is the most Batman thing we've ever seen on the big screen. Like at the beginning, like when early on when they were doing like Batman v Superman, and he was like taking down those thugs early on in the movie, and he's like flying around the room basically, like doing all those acrobatic like fucking people. That was the most Batman shit.
Depends what iteration of Batman you're talking about.
That's the most Batman stuff.
The original comic books. Adam West nails it. It's very campy and very comic booky, but we've moved past that era.
I grew up with the Batman animated series, so I want to see Batman kick some fucking ass. Is what I want to see. I want to see Batman whoop some ass. That's my Batman.
Oh,
the voice actor. You're thinking of the voice actor.
He just passed away. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he just passed away a couple years ago.
I'm
drawing a blame. I have an excuse.
Michael Cullen.
I'm on edibles. I have an excuse.
I'm drunk. I love this guy. Some with a C, right?
You know me. I'm not good at games.
My God.
I'm not good at. It is Kevin Conroy.
I knew it was a C. Kevin Conroy is great.
He's great.
He's
fantastic.
That's a correct answer.
That's technically my Batman, but like I said, I want to see my Batman kick some ass. He kicks some ass.
Kevin Conroy's great. Cullen is Optimus Prime. That's what I was thinking of. That's the guy who does Optimus Prime. No, you give a sour face to Transformers. No to Transformers?
No, I don't. I don't give a sour face to Transformers. He's a great fucking Optimus Prime. He's the only Optimus Prime.
He's Optimus Prime.
Anyway, we're talking about X-Men '97.
Where'd we go?
X-Men '97.
How'd we get here?
Because you started talking about like
Ian McKellen is my Magneto.
There you go. What's your Magneto?
Is he your Magneto?
I think he's my Magneto.
And he's a gay person.
Yeah.
He is a member of the LGBTQA
Just because he's
community.
gay doesn't mean that the characters he plays is gay. That's not necessarily true, sir.
And Ian McKellen is a fantastic
He's
actor.
a great actor.
So he could play a straight person, no question about
absolutely. He's been doing it a long time.
Gandalf?
He's just high.
He's Gandalf too, right?
He's
Gandalf. Was Gandalf a straight person?
He's just high, dude. He smokes all the time, dude.
So do you.
Doesn't make me gay. Doesn't make me gay.
No,
though.
I'm asking like Gandalf has a sexuality just because he's a stoner.
But he was all about Galadriel. You see the looks they were giving each other.
Everyone's about Galadriel.
Right. There's a good reason for
Everyone's
that. Everyone's
about Galadriel. Everyone should be about
She's got that special something. She's
got
that special.
That nice.
Yes, sir.
you watch Rings of Power?
I watched 2 episodes and I stopped. It wasn't that exciting for me. They're
They-
doing season 2 now. I know.
They really humanized her, and I don't care for it. She's still a total babe, but she's supposed to be like on a higher realm, on a higher plane. All right,
Well, this is like before that. This is when she's like learning her shit.
like a long time.
This is
before
her.
it.
This is her. My parents are killed in an alley arc, basically. You know, we're learning how she gets to where she is.
This is her origins.
Yeah.
This
you know.
is her. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I got you.
See, I'm pretty
a good
sure.
show. It's a good
I'm
show
pretty
tonight.
sure the dude. By the way, I called it early on when I watched episode 2. I was like, "That's Sauron." You're like, "I don't know, is that?" I'm
You were
pretty sure
right.
that fucking dude is Sauron.
I think he is,
That's
too.
fucking Sauron.
At
right
first,
there.
I didn't.
I'm like, I'm telling you.
You were right.
I'm telling you, that's Sauron right
But you've
there.
only watched 2 episodes.
I know.
Just
What is-
you wait.
what
It's
is it?
pretty much him.
Yeah. I told you, dude.
Come on, finish
I
that
told you,
show.
son.
It's not
I
good.
will finish it eventually,
not
dude.
good, but it's worth a watch.
I just finished Invincible. I'm gonna get to that, or I'm gonna get around to it. But I'm on the Kirby Enthusiasm train right now.
That's a good excuse. Amazon lost so much money on that show.
Really?
It like tanked. But
Make it good, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Peter Jackson's they're doing more movies, aren't they? They're doing another trilogy.
Of what?
I think it's gonna be a prequel or some shit like that. I don't know. They're doing more. You didn't hear about that? They're doing more Lord of the Rings movies.
But wait, did Tolkien write more books?
No.
No, Adam, no. No, this can't happen. Do you remember what happened to Game of Thrones when they got off the George R.R. Martin books?
Yeah, kind of went downhill a little bit. Roller coaster kind of went down. We watched that episode, part of that episode
Listen,
last week.
I like Peter Jackson. I don't know if he can write his own shit, though.
I don't think he's writing. I think he's a producer.
Who's writing it?
I don't know.
That's the real question. Find out who's writing it.
I don't know. I do not know, sir. Anyway, we were talking about X-Men 97. I want to talk about that just real quick.
Oh, you got a final word on X-Men?
No, I loved it a lot. It had like a lot of
barely
perfect.
over an hour, dude. Wow. This is a great show tonight. I'm having a good time.
I gotta make your drinks from now on.
Cheers.
Apparently, sir. No, it was great. Bastion fight was great. You had. I gotta talk about this for. What I loved most about these last 2 episodes, it incorporated a lot of the story, the dialogue, the music. Though the music was perfect for the action scenes. Like it kind of made you like it bolstered it up a little bit, and then.
The cameos.
I was going to say the cameos were in full force. Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America.
Did you watch the Iron Man animated show when you were a kid?
No, I did not.
It was my favorite one, and it was the least popular one. I liked it so much more than Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
Really?
That's what I get. That's what I get.
Spider-Man is gold.
Spider-Man's gold.
It's gold.
Spider-Man is gold. I loved the animated
I'll tell
Iron
you
Man.
what I found weird about Iron Man.
I am Iron. You know the song. Come on.
As I was watching this episode, I tell you what reminded me when I was a kid, what made me feel really, really weird about watching this Iron Man was he's supposed to be in an iron suit. Why the fuck does the suit have abs? He doesn't look like he's in an iron suit. It looks like he's wearing a costume with some metal piece on it.
Why do fat people draw on abs? Have you met Tony Stark? He is the most insecure man baby.
Yes.
He's going to put abs on him.
But but it doesn't.
That's a deal breaker?
No, it's not a deal breaker.
That's like par for the course.
I thought it was boring as a kid. Is really what it comes down to. But when I was watching it, I'm like,
the Mandarin was such a great
he's not
villain.
that good of a villain, dude. He
the
sucks.
5 rings were in it. What? It's so good. And they're going to do it. They're going to do it. You know they're going to do it.
I was gonna say that.
They're going to do Spider-Man
Here's the thing.
too.
They're gonna do Spider-Man because we saw Spider-Man. We saw Peter Parker and Mary Jane sitting out in the fucking. First of all, I don't know why the fuck they're just sitting out in the middle of the street.
Who was behind them?
Fucking rioters, looters.
No. There was a guy, like MJ and Peter were like standing there watching the coverage of what was going on. First of all, why wasn't he like helping?
That's what I was getting to. Yes, so,
but there was a guy behind them. Like, was it supposed to be one of their buddies? Was it the guy?
I just saw some dude running with some shit in his hand.
No, there was a third person standing there.
I'll have to go back and look. I don't. Yeah, no.
But there's one you're not mentioning.
Daredevil. He was there. Doctor Strange. We saw him performing surgery with magic in the hospital. Dude, that Black Panther scene whenever the fucking Sentinels came to Wakanda and they're on the window. It's just whoosh, slash thing, swipes the thing, and then the warriors boom break through the glass and go after, and he jumps down. Dude, I love Black Panther with a cape. It's so cool. So cool.
Those Sentinels that pulled the short straw that had to go to Wakanda.
Yeah.
They got
fucked up. They were torn in half. All right, this dude,
like Wakanda's just fine.
They were scratching the window, and King T'Challa said, "Oh no, bitch, we're doing this." Breaks the window.
It wasn't
they all
T'Challa.
fucking go.
This is 1997. It was T'Chaka. It's his
sorry,
father. Think about the timeline.
No. It was my fault. I mixed up the names.
Yeah,
is what
it's
it was.
1997. Remember?
I know.
Okay,
I know.
okay.
Yes.
But they did it right.
Yes.
Okay, you're forgetting one. The one that made me jump for joy.
So hold on. Let me think. Let me think.
Great comics. They got a short-lived television show that was rotten, and I hated it. And I love these characters. I have.
Are you talking about the Fantastic Four?
No.
Hulk made an appearance, by the way. Not the Hulk, but like Morph as the Hulk.
Morph as the Hulk. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
That was cool too.
That's not what I'm talking about. These are Marvel characters, superheroes. I love them. I have both of their Marvel Legends, some of my favorites. Loved their comic book. They got a live-action show when all the rage was to give Marvel properties live-action shows. The show sucked, and I'm mad that it sucked because I love them. Lasted for one season, and they showed them in this. And I about lost my shit.
I can't remember who.
Cloak and Dagger.
I never saw the show.
Did you see Cloak and Dagger? You know what I'm talking about. You know them, right?
I knew them because I looked them up. I didn't know who Cloak and Dagger was because I'd never heard of the show.
Oh, dude. Cloak and Dagger are awesome.
I did see them there,
They're
yes.
awesome. And they were there kicking ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, they showed Silver Samurai again for the second time. Why are they trying to make Silver Samurai happen? They're trying to make Silver Samurai happen. They showed Omega Red for a second time.
They did. They showed Omega Red twice when he was in the tank and when they were fighting the Sentinel Primes.
Yeah.
He was in there fighting the Sentinel Primes as well, not like doing his dictator shit.
He's
bullshit.
a great villain, too.
He's a great villain, yeah. Dude, Wolverine ripped Magneto ripped Wolverine's adamantium out of his fucking skin.
He liquidated it. Did you see it was coming out like stream?
That was a comic book cover. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like that, or like a famous comic book scene. Like that was crazy.
Where Charles like zaps his brain into Eric's brain. That's a comic book cover.
Yeah.
The melee.
Magneto lives.
The melee.
That scene, Magneto lives. Oh, dude. So Storm is an Omega level mutant, but the combined powers of Cyclops powering up the engines, while also Rogue is out there lifting it up, and Jean Grey and Storm are both out there using their powers to try to lift up Asteroid M. Doesn't do fucking shit. And then Magneto wakes up. Mind you, he had 3 blades through his chest previously. He had 3 blades from Wolverine in his chest, and he just rips himself out of the X-Jet and says, "Fuck this! I'm taking this asteroid back up." And zoop, it goes right back up. He's like, what's like higher than Omega level mutant, because he's definitely that. He is definitely that.
So, can you talk about the ending where the time displacement, the temporal...
What do you mean talk about it?
Where did they go? That you called. You fucking called this. Who did they show at the very fucking end?
Motherfucking Ensabanor. Ensabanor. The second that the Bishop showed up, and he was like, "Nah, I've been through this X-Men are dead bullshit before. It ain't real. We got to go rescue our friends. It ain't about where they are, but it's about when."
You did a great Bishop, by the way.
Dude, Bishop is great. I do love Bishop. I do love me some Bishop.
And I love the Bishop and Forge team up.
Yeah.
And they did it.
They did.
But this Forge doesn't know this Bishop.
Not yet, no.
Not yet, but
Fucking
they become
timey-wimey. It's like Doctor Who. They're meeting out of order.
like he points the gun at him when he comes in, and I'm clapping my hands. I'm like, "You guys are gonna be great friends."
The second that I shot to Rogue and they were in the desert, I immediately was like, "Apocalypse." There it is. They're in Egypt. They're in fucking apocalypse. Why else?
Said Egypt 3000 BC or whatever. And I'm like,
well,
Adam was right.
I didn't need the caption. The second I saw sand, I'm like, what else? Why else would they be in the desert?
I didn't know they could have been in like modern day.
It doesn't
Egypt.
matter, but it doesn't matter. What other reason did they have to go to Egypt except for apocalypse?
Oh, you could have been in another part of the Middle East. It could have been like the Shadow King or something.
No, they already did the Shadow King.
Africa.
Yeah, that's shit's in Africa. Give them what they're due.
Also, Egypt is in Africa.
Not that Africa. Not the jungly Africa, the desert Africa. Okay?
All right.
The second I saw sand, I'm like, it's apocalypse. And then it said 3000 BC, and I'm like, okay, it's
When it said that, I
it's
go,
young
it's
apocalypse. I'm like, all right, there it is.
Apocalypse.
And then he pulls that thing. He's like, Unsabanor. And then you got Beast with the last line, like, oh dear.
Yeah, I was like,
Cut to black. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. And then you got Scott and Jean in the future with fucking the Clan Asconia. And they're with Nathan,
Yes.
with Nathan there popping out like, I think there's going to be chills. These dudes are going to be chill as fuck. Dude.
no, they're
This
not.
whole episode.
Bro,
Season
spoiler,
2.
they're not chill as fuck.
Season 2 supposed to come out before Christmas 2025. So we don't have to wait till next Christmas. It's going to be before that.
It takes a long time to create animation.
And here's the thing. This animation is beautiful. It's so well done. It's not like they slapped it together like the original series they did, because it was good, but they kind of slapped it together a little bit.
It was
know?
the 90s.
You know, it was a little rough. This one, they're like this shit takes a while. Plus, they have a lot of times they have custom opening credits where sometimes they change the scenes out and they keep adding and removing characters as they come along. They don't just let it be like the same opening credits. As
Gambit's not in it.
yeah, bro's gone, except till the end when they're all running at each other. That's the only time it's like the original.
That they used that from the original.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Gambit's gonna come back. He'll be back.
It's a superhero property.
So
no one's ever dead.
So I had people that were like super into comics. I was reading the comments and stuff like that in one of the videos, and they were like, "This is the perfect arc for Gambit to come back as this particular character. He comes back, but as Gambit, but as like a." I think it's like the Angel of Death or some shit like that. Some character that's like that, where he's like a spectral
I
spirit.
remember that. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they're like people. A lot of people are saying like this is
Yes.
the perfect time for him to come back as
I
this
didn't
character.
like that iteration of Gambit though. So
How is he going to come back? According to Cable, Nathan Summers, according to Cable, like it's a fixed point in time. Like that's what they theorized. The reason why it took Cable kept coming back, he was like
Genosha, you mean?
well, Cable went back to Genosha.
Genosha was
Yeah,
if he couldn't change it.
Yeah, he like even Bastion asked him like, how many times did you try to stop me?
200.
He's like 200 times, and they theorized like it's a fixed point in time. Like you can't change it. It cannot be changed. No matter what you do, time is going to let that happen. Dude, amazing.
So you called Apocalypse. I called Madeline Pryor.
yes,
I called Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
You called Apocalypse. We both.
I mean, in fairness, we knew Apocalypse was coming, but dude, Mr. Sinister got fucked over. He got fucked, dude.
What
Phoenix
Oh.
drained all the mutant DNA out of
But
him.
he
and
ran.
he's an
He
old
ran
douchebag.
off.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He's gonna
here's
fix
the thing,
himself.
Bastion will be back too. We didn't see him die. He just disappeared.
He's not dead.
No, yeah, exactly my point. Like he'll come back, 100%. Hundo, yes. Hundo, yes. Dude, I loved the board at the end that showed all the mutant characters.
Did you
and
see
stuff like
Scarlet
that.
Witch on there?
She was on there. Off-world.
Off-world.
Off-world with Quicksilver. Off-world. They were both off-world. I saw Kitty Pryde. I saw her name
She's
on
still
there.
alive.
She's fucking around. She's doing
Emma
some shit.
Frost is still alive.
She's still alive too, yeah. Trying to think of some of the other like really cool characters on there that I saw. Dude, this show, they did it perfectly. Perfectly.
Chef's kiss.
Perfectly.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Marvel and Disney for the great work. I haven't heard a bad thing about this show. Like everybody loves it.
I think I heard this show is the most watched Marvel show ever. Ever. Like it's the most watched Marvel show that has ever existed. With good reason. It's that fucking good. So good.
Adam,
Scott.
it's about that time.
Yeah.
Why don't you let the people know how they can get a hold of us, how they can listen and watch our show?
If you folks want to get a hold of us and you want to watch our show, if you want to watch us, if you want to vote on which drinks we should take shots from
I'm
per
gonna put that
episodes,
up. I'm gonna put
he's
it
going to
up.
make a poll of some kind somewhere. He's a social media manager, not me. He knows how to do that. Search for Distraction on all your major social media companies, basically Facebook and X. Podcast FYD on X, because we're still on X, right? We're still doing the X thing. We're still on Elon Musk coattails, I guess, till that shit crashes and burns. If you want to listen to the show, SoundCloud, that's where we upload our main episodes. So you can go to SoundCloud on the app and search for Distraction. We also upload to Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, pretty much anywhere that you get your podcast. You could probably find us on there. If you don't find us on a certain medium, let us know, and I'll see about adding us to that. We do our live episodes whenever we do it, so you can go to our Facebook when we do our live episodes there. Search for Distraction. I also upload these to our YouTube. The link to the YouTube is in the description of every show, so you can possibly search for Distraction. Better off finding us by going with the episode names. We're still a member of the Electronic Media Collective, as you heard at the beginning of the show. So head over at electronicmediacollective.com and find us on there. You can find us and a bunch of really cool shows, but you got to email them and tell us For Distraction is the best. Yeah, brother. For Distraction is where it's at.
Oh, yeah, brother.
You okay, Scott? You good?
You got me drunk. Did you put a roofie in here? Did you Bill Cosby me?
That's not Cosby Show at all, by the way.
No, that's
Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son.
I love Sanford and Son.
I love Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son. I used to watch all the time with my great grandma.
Sanford and Son's awesome.
This is the big one, Edna.
I'm a coming.
Is her name Edna? What's
No,
her name?
it's
Edna? What was her name? Fuck.
I'm a coming. Mary Jo or
Not Mary Jo.
no,
Definitely doesn't sound like Mary Jo. Who does Sanford?
Elizabeth. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I should have known it was Elizabeth. Good night, folks.